Hello, freaks and peeps out there. Tonight, I'm going to be talking about another episode of my Days of Summer catalog of coming-of-age movies you should see. This one is called Archie's Final Project. Basically, it's about an edgelord with a camera who wants to kill himself for his media class on live camera. And of course, because of that, he gets mega popular and his crush notices him, but plot twist, she wants to kill herself too.
Hello, my name is Gabriel Sunday, and I play Archibald Holden Buster Williams in the film Archie's Final Project. Now, this movie comes out on September 23rd. It's the best way for me to describe what this movie's about. If I could put it into one word, it would definitely be mind.
Of course, this is pretty heavy subject matter. I don't think I can really do the movie much justice. So maybe go out and watch it for yourself. Smoke some weed, do some ecstasy, drink, or something. Either way, the goddamn editing will make you feel like you're high while watching this. Jokes aside, this movie really isn't for everybody. It's very artsy and, edgy and stuff. And Gabriel Sunday, who plays Archie, edited the film on set and was a co-director, so he had heavy involvement in it. It has very much this found footage aspect to it. In general, Archie doesn't really understand much about life and death. And this film is kind of about, what do we do in the middle ground? It kind of gives it a purpose, and what is our purpose? It's very philosophical in that regard. It really pulls back the curtains, especially with misconceptions on teen suicide. At first, Archie really wants to go through with this, along with his crush, but as soon as he sees her cutting herself, he kind of takes a step back and is like, do I really want this? And after a new friend he made, Corey, actually does do it, he's like, holy shit, Sierra, we need to stop this. The fact that Corey got his message on camera and you see it on video, and Archie notices that he tried to get himself down, because he changed his mind last minute, is so fucked up. The scene feels very realistic, and it doesn't feel hammed up at all. I mean, the acting, for one, is very good, at least in the sense with it feeling real, I guess, would be the right word for it. Especially with the editing being edited in such a purposeful and found footage, and it's very obvious that you're watching something that's heavily edited and like a movie. It really makes the acting really makes it feel all real and tied together, which, to take a step back from stuff less serious, I'm gonna sound like an asshole for saying this, but the editing sometimes can make scenes be so funny when it's not something serious.
Archie here, and although you might not look it, Archie's much more deviant than you'll ever know.
In general, it seems like Archie could be like a fraud or just someone who's exaggerating, right, or complaining. And to an extent, yeah, he is. He's just a cynical teenager. That's expected. But however, on the flip side, you see all the relationships he talks about, the people around his school, his parents, all that, some people who he becomes acquaintance with and friends later on. It's all real. It's all captured on this camera, and I think the found footage aspect really kind of shows that. There's this scene near the end of the film that I really love where he meets this old dude, this guy who's made movies and shit that he's always looked up to, right? And he gives him advice in the time that he needs it the most, and really shows you that Archie, he's kind of annoying a little bit. He's a mad cynical, and he's complaining about so much stuff, and the old man kind of gives him wisdom that smacks the shit out of all these things that he's been complaining about. An interesting thing to see come through often is that there's specific moments that he doesn't film, like when he throws this gun away near the end where he realizes he doesn't want to go through with this. It's because he feels like he always needs to hide behind and live in his camera per se, because he feels like he can't live in the real world. It's messed up. Stuff like this, or saving Sierra from killing herself, or the funeral for Corey, are never directly filmed by him. Instead, they take a more cinematic aspect, and it kind of shows how these are Archie's moments. This is his time to be alive and be there and just exist in the present. And something about that kind of puts a punch to his whole ideology on why he wants to do this. Despite this, though, it throws a second punch that you never expect, because instead of taking the specifically happier ending, it switches things up. They never get together. That never happens. Instead, Sierra falls in love with a dude that you would stereotypically expect her to fall in love with, and Archie, well, stereotypically, he sticks with his camera. But ultimately, it doesn't fucking matter. That's fine, because they're both happy. And they don't want to kill themselves anymore. That's why I think that ending works, because it's not a stereotypical Hollywood happy-go-lucky ending. I truly think this movie in its whole, when I saw this in 2023, is a forgotten masterpiece. There's so much talent down to the realistic acting, the editing that still feels darkly funny in a way, but still serious enough to take it seriously, and how just real it feels. The message, I've never seen something getting across so direct, blunt, and in a way that kind of says something good. If you want to check out this movie, it's on Netflix. That's where I saw it. 10 out of 10.